Good luck. ACCUSTATS Video Production presents MPBA World Class 9-Ball. Hello, everybody. I'm Joe Kerr, and this is the 6th Annual Glass City Open at the Sheraton Westgate in Toledo, Ohio. And I'm fortunate today to have as my celebrity guest a young man who is a great player in his own right, Mr. Tom Karabatsos from Chicago, Illinois. Tom, welcome, and great to have you here.
Thank you, Joe. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, I have to leave for 1 second, go down and call the lag here. Close match already.
They seem to have lagged over here, and I think we need a string to tell who won this lag. It's very close. Here we happen to have here 2 matches taking place. Jimmy Reed is playing Mike LeBron in the losers bracket. We're down to 4 players now. Looks pretty close, folks. We got Joe Kerr over there. He's coming together, and he's lining it up. They're going to redo it. It was a draw. Very interesting. This type of play, folks, the lag can mean a lot. Both these guys are breaking the balls real well, and the guy that gets the jump has a big advantage. I think Dallas found the range over there. Well, welcome back, Joe.
Well, this looks like it might be a close match if the lag is any indication, Tommy. Right away, they called me down for the lag, and it was so close. I mean, I could have got the string out, and it just looked so close on everything that I just said relag the balls. We'll simply do it again and start the session. Okay, today, since it started off a little quickly there and they called me right down the floor, I didn't have a chance to introduce our great players. First off, from Rockford, Illinois, Mr. Dallas West, who won the lag and will be breaking the balls, and his opponent from Twin City, Georgia, Mr. Johnny Archer. Great matchup here of the veteran against the young upcoming player looking for his first title on the MPBA Pro Tour. Dallas started off with scratch in the side pocket. The 1-ball spots up, MPBA Pro rules. Johnny has ball in hand behind the line. And what do you think, Tommy? You think John will take and elect to try and run out here, or do you think he'd try and possibly duck and go for 3 fouls, or what do you think early in the match?
I think Johnny's an aggressive player, Joe, and I think Johnny's going to try to get something started right off. Whenever a guy scratches on the break, you know, you got to try to charge him. Early in a set, I don't think he's going to want to start out non-aggressive. We'll probably draw into the 9, try to do something. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he came in there. He got good position for the 3-ball, and the 2-ball looks like it goes in the side pocket. You know, you have to, when you're starting out a session, and you got the firepower of Johnny Archer, you got to go to your strong suit, because you might be able to blow it away. Joe Kerr has momentarily left because the other match going on. Mike LeBron has an option to re-break the balls, and he's going to do that. So bear with us momentarily, and I'll give my sidekick. In the meantime, Johnny missed that ball in the side pocket. Tension is very high here. Both these players are very explosive. Dallas West just beat Jimmy Reed, played a very fine match the match before. Johnny Archer has been awesome throughout the whole tournament. He beat many good players, playing real well. Okay, we seem to have Joe back here now.
Well, Tommy, they're giving me double duty here on both tables, and to keep this up, I'm going to lose some weight. And that's something I could probably afford to do, that's for sure. But Mike LeBron is playing Jimmy Reed right next to Johnny in Dallas, and two great matches here. We're featuring, of course, the Johnny Archer and Dallas West match.
There's a lot of drama here, Joe. We have two players here playing that both need a win here. Johnny Archer's looking for his first major win. In Dallas, it's been a while since he's won a major tournament, major 9-ball tournament on the tour. We have to, means a lot for both players, and right now they're playing a little nervous. Dallas opted to play safety here, and it looks like he has a hook on Johnny.
Young Johnny is quite a young player. I mean, he is just on the verge of winning. I know he's going to win a major championship this year. He's won several of those satellite events this year, and he has also won many tournaments that we have in the evening, and those are always tough here at the MPBA.
And Dallas came with a good shot over there. There's a little bit of problem here. This rack, that 4-ball looks like it's a little difficult to go on this side. We can't always tell exactly from these angles, but yeah, the 4 does have room in the side. Dallas opted to play safe, though. He does not want to let Johnny get started. You have an explosive player like Johnny Archer. These first racks are very important. He's got an explosive break. You can't let a guy get started.
Well, Johnny, certainly has no advantage in the knowledge that Dallas certainly holds. Dallas hasn't played in all the events in '89, but he certainly played in probably, I would think, 8 to 10 out of the 18 tournaments last year. And he still finished 24th on the MPBA money list. So staying in that top 32 is very good showing, playing that many events. Boy, Johnny made a great effort there, jumping over the balls and almost pocketed the 3. Johnny, he had a great year last year, finishing 11th on the MPBA Pro Tour, and super player. And when he gets it going, it just seems like he can be devastating. I know he's been a great player since he was like 14, 15 years old. I remember watching him play. No, he's an old man now. I think he's 20.
Yeah, he's about 20 years old, and the kid gets better every week. Every tournament I see him, he gets a little more solid at the table. He has terrific composure. You don't see that in a young player usually.
Dallas bobbled that 4 in the side, point to point. And these side pockets on these PBA tables, PBATE tables, are rather treacherous. They can be, you got to really pocket the ball solid in the side.
Yeah, these are probably the toughest side pockets I've seen at tournaments, Joe. And it shows up. You can't jam them. You got to hit them real good. It looks routine from here. Everything's linear for Johnny. He'll have the jump.
They call him Jumpin' Johnny, so he'll earn his nickname here.
Joe, I'm trying not to get emotionally involved over here. As most of the viewers would probably know, Dallas West taught me how to play. He's my mentor. I went to Dallas about once a week for 3 years. I'd make the trip from Chicago to Rockford. And that's about how long it takes to get to where you can play well. You either have to go to a good player for lessons to get to the top, or you got to play with the good players in tournaments. But learning the game, I can't express the value of going to professional.
Well, something must have worked right, because you're playing super. I know you started off the first tournament of the year. We had a straight pool tournament in Rochester, New York, and it was for 16 invited players. And boy, it was a tough field. It was Hopkins and Siegel and Rempe, and everyone was there. Massey, West. And you played super. You finished fourth. You had several runs. You had a 74 in 3 innings against Hopkins. I remember that. And you ran a 74 in one of those innings. And you had a 93 on Mike Massey. And you had an 81 and out on Ron Cosanzio. So something must work.
Yeah, it started to rub off a little bit, Joe.
Yeah, your 9-ball game is always awesome. Solid and steady performer out here. What do you do here, Tommy? Use your expertise here and give me an idea. What would you do here? Dallas has taught you, so I know you know his inner brain as well as anybody.
Put him 2 rails behind the 4-ball, nice and easy. I only went the other way. He hit the 1-ball full, knowing that the way the balls were laying, that the 1 wouldn't move from where it was at. Mm-hmm. And put the cue ball on the rail. Putting the cue ball on the rail helps you a lot whenever you're playing safety. It's a lot harder to cue the ball and make a good hit. The way you play safety, if you watch the good players, the real good safety players, like a guy like Ephraim Reyes, when they play safe, they'll try to leave you tough hit. Great shot.
Look
there.
at this.
Great shot.
Johnny not only hit the ball, he had to back that ball a little bit up, too, because the 4-ball, he had to hit that ball with inside off of the side rail to hit the 1, and then came back and parked the ball right behind the 7-ball. And the 1 is close to being froze over on the left-hand side. If Dallas could make this and make this hit here, I don't know if he's able from the angle we're at. I'm not sure.
It looks like he can see the ball.
He's elevating. If he can cut this ball in and go back and forth, he's got a shot at the. That's what he's trying to do, because he had a shot there with the 2-9 combination. If he gets on that side of the table, and the 2 does go on the other side, but the 2-9 combination is a very likely possibility.
Archer surveying the table. Looks like he can cut it. He can spin it in. He might opt for the bank here. He also has a safe, so he's looking it over before he goes.
Yeah, with him, if he's able to make the ball from that position, then he's got to escape the 3-ball, which is right next to the 1 there on your screen in the lower left-hand corner.
You don't want to get hooked on the 5 here if you run into that 3.
He's hitting it thin, and it looks like he's just going to use a little inside, and he did catch it.
Yep, and 5 came into play.
And he's hooked behind the 5. Now, he's about 8 inches on this side of the 5. And he's looking at that 2-9. Now, I don't know. He's going to kick at it. He's going to try it. He's going to try and kick on the side rail and possibly get a little lucky here maybe and make the 9, but it's not luck. He's trying this.
He made a good hit. Whenever you kick at the ball like that, and you have the 9-ball there, you always got a chance to make it. It's not a bad shot. It's still early. Both players will have opportunities.
Uh-oh. Look out here. He rolled that 9 towards the side.
We're in a little bit of trouble here. It looks like he's got a 2-rail kick in the 3. The 3's right next to the 7. The 3 ball is the closest one to the rail. The 7 is just above it. You should come in 2 rails into the ball. What you're looking at here is where the balls are going to go once you come in behind them. The 3 looks like it's going to go up into the 7 when you get behind it. And you got to try to guess where them balls are going to be going.
Well, you called it exactly right. The only trouble is he got real unlucky there and scratched. And the 9 ball looks like it's close to the side point. And it's a difficult shot. Johnny's looking to try and make the 9 into the 9 with the 3-9. But it's tough.
Expression on his face, that 9 ball must be frozen to the rail. It doesn't go.
Yeah, it is. And he's looking to play.
He'll play safety, put him right behind the 9 here.
Yeah, he did just that.
Did he get the rail with the cue ball?
Yeah, the cue ball did touch the rail. He did draw over to the rail. Just ever so slightly, but he did bump the rail.
It's very important for beginner players. A lot of times they won't put that cue ball to the rail. They try to drive that 3. Always make sure you get the rail. Make sure you get that cue ball to the rail. You're right there. It's make sure you touch the rail. This looks like a 1-rail kick here. Johnny's got a shot. Looks 5 balls right next to the 6. Again, the trouble here seems to be that 9 ball that's frozen on the rail just next to 5.
Do you think, Tommy, that John will try and play this 3 off the 9 just to move it?
Yeah, that's the right shot here because the 9 is in a bad spot, and when you have an opportunity, you should go for it.
He did know. I'll tell you, he left it right there, and I don't know. Maybe he nudged that 9 a little when he played that safety, and it's hard to tell from the angle we're at here from our booth.
What I believe, Joe, is that he sees that 8 is right next to the 9, and he feels confident that he can get the desired angle in the 9 ball where he can make the ball. Johnny's a good shot maker, and he'll play to his strong points. He won't do anything extra. He relies on his shot making, and you can do that if you pocket balls well. Seems to be a little bit straight here. Here he should take a little bit the worst of it and just follow up for the 7, not try to do anything fancy. You gotta leave yourself a shot. He has a thin cut.
Think he'll use low left here, or you think he'd opt to just hit it thinly and just come straight up the table, or low left and bring it behind the 8, between the rail and the 8 ball?
Here it's a matter of preference, Joe. He might like to spin it in with left-hand English. He might go with inside English or right hand here and go straight up the table. This shot is strictly for players a matter of preference.
That ball looked like it may have skidded just a little bit. He put so much spin on the ball and looked like it skid. The skid took over, and he really went right into the rail.
He might have been thinking about that 8 ball a little bit in the back of his mind. He knew he was going to probably run into the 8. He was trying to get around it, and that always makes that shot you're shooting a little bit more difficult.
Well, this is Dallas is looking it over. It isn't an easy shot, but I think he can make it here. Oh my goodness! We talked about those side pockets. Dallas can't believe it. Look at him. He's stunned. He can't believe that ball didn't go in.
In utter confusion and can't believe that ball didn't go in.
It is hard to believe. I mean, he hit it like that, and it hit one point, went over to the other point, and these pockets have straighter rails right next to the side pockets, and that So cause it. Johnny Finley cuts it in. Johnny, that's a big game right from the beginning. 2-0. It would have been 1-1 with Dallas breaking, and it's unbelievable.
I think, Joe, also what makes the pockets tough is the way the slate is cut. A lot of times in the side pockets, the way the slate is cut, a little bigger hole is what makes it tougher in shots like that. You know, they play real tough in the side. You have to really be careful. 2-0.
Well, the score here in front of us, Reed and LeBron. Reed's jumped out to lead 4-1.
Jimmy Reed's been playing real good in this tournament also. He just beat Earl Strickland and
11-10.
sent him home.
Great match, 11-10.
Johnny failed to make a ball in the break, and we'll see how that holds up for the long run. It's hard to believe that that will keep happening that way. He's been breaking like a cannon. Dallas is picking up his speed a little bit, it looks like. Dallas is trying to pick up the tempo a little bit, it looks like. He's kind of hot about missing that last 9 ball, and he wants to come back and loosen up a little bit.
Well, Dallas has certainly played great throughout the tournament here. His first match, he beat Stan Moon 11-5, and then he beat Walton 11-4, and played Earl Strickland and beat Earl 11-6. So you know he's been playing well anytime he beat Earl. Played Dave Bowman, a great match last night with Dave Bowman. Dave was ahead 5-0, then 6-1. And Dallas went ahead of him 9-7, and then Dave went ahead of him 10-9, and Dallas finally went 10-10, and Dallas broke and ran out that last game and won that session with Dave Bowman to earn his right to play Jimmy Reed today. And then he beat Reed 11-5, and now he's playing Archer for the winner on the winner's side. So,
Joe, it's funny in this tournament we had a lot of close matches. It seems like I'm watching basketball over here. Everything's decided in the last minute. Joe's going to take a momentary break. He's got to call a hit. He's got the honor of doing the commentary and calling the shots over here. I believe Dallas is going to go rail first in this shot. Oh, no. Looks like he's slight level miss to make the hit. He had a clear shot at it. Sorry, folks. Went in. From here, the rack looks pretty routine. But that first rack is always tough. You gotta work for that first rack. That seems to be the key to getting something started, getting into the game. The first rack's always the hardest.
Well, Dallas made a real good shot there, Tommy. Went down to call the hit and hit it real clean, and hopefully that's proved out on the Accu videotapes. One advantage, I'll tell you, Dallas breaks in here. The score after 3 games is Johnny Archer 2, Dallas West 1. One advantage, great advantage we have with videotaping these matches is that for the tournament director, in this case it's myself, I have a chance to review, and if I'm not sure on a call that I've made even, I will review the tape, and sometimes I have reversed decisions or have asked that I think it's good, but I'd like to review it on the tape just to get, make sure of my call. Because sometimes, I don't care how much you know or how close it is, the balls move quicker than anybody's eye. I don't care who you are, and you just can't see it all the time, even if you're in the perfect position, to watch it. So it really helps to have the video as a tool to review and to check out calls and hits.
Yeah, it's a lot like the instant replay, and I think there's a definite advantage to that because you can't always be there for a hit, and we don't have referees at every table, so it makes a difference when you're going over shots.
Well, I don't know if referees are really needed. The players are very honorable. The top players really. I saw last night Johnny Archer was playing Tony Ellen, and Johnny elevated for a jump shot, and he miscued slightly on the jump shot. And the MPBA rule is that if you elevate on a jump shot and you miscue, it is a foul. The reason being is that it would enhance the shot. A miscue could enhance a jump shot. And so it would be a foul. And Tony Ellen hasn't played in many of the MPBA events. He didn't know it. He was simply walking up to the table, and he was going to shoot, and he was snookered behind the ball. And Johnny went to sit down, and Johnny saw that he was going to shoot from where the ball was laying. Johnny stood up and in good sportsmanship said, no, that was a foul here, and handed him the ball, cue ball in hand. And, I mean, the crowd appreciated that. They applauded, It's just most of the players. And another thing, they're knowledgeable enough that they would rather referee their own matches. And when there is a close hit, they call me down, and they let me make the decision when it is tight. Most of the shots are pretty much out in the open. But if it's tight, they just simply call me down. I'd be glad to call the hit.
Yeah, most players are very honorable, and they will make a good call. It never pays not to. And you always get charged for it in the long run.
Well, what happens is you feel, guilty. You feel guilty all the time if you do try something like that. I think you would have to feel guilty. And
if you got a conscience.
If you got, yeah. Oh, most pool players have a conscience, Tommy.
We come over here, and Johnny had no shot at the one ball. He tried to tie up the two over here, Joe, and he failed to tie up the two, and that's going to cost him. And difficult rack here. This is a good rack for knowledge of the game. From the 3 to the 4, the 4 is up by in front of the 6. 6 is by the side pocket. 4 is in front of it. The 5 is back down in the short rail by the 3 ball, which Dallas is shooting right now. The key to this rack is going to be getting from the 4 to the 5. Very difficult. Be interesting to see how this comes. Dallas did not get on the 4. It froze up against it. The safety might be a little tricky here.
Yeah, it would be. I'll tell you, we're fortunate to have a young man who's from right up the street here, right around Detroit, Michigan. We're in Toledo here at the Glass City Open, and the living legend himself, the infamous Cornbread Red, Bill Burge, is here with us. What do you think, Bill? How do you like Johnny's chances with Dallas there?
I think it's a close game. It'll be close to the wall, but Dallas is an old trooper, He got a little bust of it.
You like those old troopers, huh? Yeah. Well, it's spoken from the heart there. Of course, he's going to side a little bit with those little players that may be a little over, let's say, 30 years old now. You're about 34 now, aren't you, Red?
Something like that.
Red played awful well here this week himself. Finished 17th through 24th in the money in the Glass City Open. So another great show. And he finished 3rd here a couple years ago, and plays pretty good.
Yeah, it's funny. Dallas is definitely an old school player, and all those players are hard-nosed. They keep themselves in the game. Mike LeBron, Jimmy Reed, the players that are in here are very tenacious. And Johnny, for a young player, he's got a lot of that in him. He's going to be from the same mold, I believe.
Yeah, he's got a lot of desire, a lot of grind. You can see it in his play. It shows up, that's for sure. Well, Dallas here going to kick 5 and try and make the 8. I know he was trying to make it. Hey, that ball would have went, but it just touched the 9, I think, on the way by. And you left John tough here, huh?
Yeah, this complicates the shot. You're jacked up too, which always makes it harder to cue the ball. It looks like he's got a rail first shot where he can pocket the 5. Here, I don't think he's going to use any English in his shot. You should just try to find that point on the rail and hit that point. it's real hard to cue the ball, so you don't want to be using any English to help throw that 5 in.
Well, he left Dallas definite possibility of getting out here. Dallas could then cut this ball. The only thing I see is if he hits this, you think he'll hit it like with inside English and draw it down to the end rail and then reverse it back and then play the 6-8 combo.
Yeah, I think he'll just hit it flat and come one rail up.
No, he spun it there. I thought he might hit it with inside, but boy, he hit it great. He hit the 7, nice straight in on the 6, made a routine out of a, could be a possible tricky situation there.
Yeah, I thought he might have played a combination for the 6-8, but he's hitting the ball and putting it where he wants to, so he ran into that 7 and give himself a very easy out. When you're playing well, Joe, you can start dictating to the game. You can play the shots the way you want to play the shots.
And Dallas West ties up the match at 2 games apiece, West and Archer.
I think, Joe, in that last shot that Johnny missed on the 5-ball in the rail first shot, I think with a little more seasoning, he would have went over and looked at that angle coming off the rail and check it a little closer, the way players like Nick Varner would, and that's a young mistake there.
When Dallas was teaching you how to play, Tommy, did he give you like practice routines, or what do you feel he gave to you? Did he show you how to practice? And then, of course, all the knowledge. I know he gives you the pointers day in and day out, but did he give you like routines and drills and things that would build discipline into your game?
Well, Joe, I was a little bit further along when I started lessons. I'd watch Dallas and I'd try to copy his stroke. He has probably the smoothest stroke and pull, and that didn't come by accident. He worked hard for that. It wasn't really born with that. He's born with the ability, but you constantly got to work on your stroke to get it that smooth. And we used to play a lot. Our lessons really consisted. We just get down there and we play straight pool for about 3 hours, and he'd run 100, I'd run 5, and then he'd run another 100, and you know.
And you'd run 5 more, and after a while you start running 10 and then 20, huh?
Yeah, when you get to where you can run balls back, you're running balls back on a player.
That's
and,
right.
You know, that means something right there too.
Of course. I know a lot of players, I'll see them play very well, you know, and play their speed when they're playing where they have a little bit of the best of it, but the mark of a true champion is when he can play his speed against another great player, you know.
Yeah, you have to be able to fire back at a player, and the only way to do that is to play with them. But I racked a lot, and that's the only way to learn straight pool.
The splinter syndrome, huh?
You know, and I could always tell when Dallas was getting geared for the game, because he doesn't get any competition in Rockford. So sometimes I'd come out there, he'd be dressed in black, and he'd have his hair plastered back, and I knew he wanted to play, you know.
Well, Dallas is always sartorially dressed, let's say. He's ready usually. He likes to play. I know that. He still loves to play.
We played for about 5 hours. I don't think he ran less than 60 balls any time he got to the table. It was really awesome.
He's a great straight pool player. Of course, his championships, he was the former U.S. Open straight pool champion, and he also won that Midwest Classic title 7 times. There it goes. Oh ho! Wow. Dallas takes the lead here, 3 games to 2 over Johnny Archer.
Hey, he hit the combination pretty good, but that was very fortunate the way it turned out.
Well, I know Dallas has a high run in straight pool of 420 balls, which of course is an amazing feat. I mean, tremendous feat. In former '79, he won the World Open 9-ball championship, and He won that $25,000 first prize out in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. I was there when he did that. It was a pretty nice tournament, and former U.S. Open straight pull champ, as we all know. Great player for years too. Seasoned pro. Nice guy too. Great to have him at any tournament. Any promoter loves to have him. I know Larry Kahn is just tickled pink to have Dallas here.
Yeah, Dallas is very professional. He's always ready for the match. He's clean shaven. You know, he's comes to the table, you know, nicely. You know, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke.
Right. He's you know, truly interested
Good
in the image.
ambassador to the
right.
game.
Exactly.
And Dallas is one of the players. He's not very arrogant. You can talk to him.
That's right.
You know, he'll answer questions. You know, he'll tell you what's going on. Dallas hasn't been playing, I believe, in the last 5 years as well as he's capable of playing. And the funny thing is, Joe, Dallas
He's playing the 9 again.
Oh, he got
Look at
behind
this.
it too.
I think he was playing the 9 every way. He came and nicked it and went right behind it, and Johnny's in real trouble here.
Yeah, this one rail kick is extremely difficult because there are 2 balls just out there in the middle of the table. You don't have any rails to go off of to give yourself a
here
double
to go
chance.
long. He did hit it on the long side, but he hit the ball pretty
Johnny
good.
made a good hit there. We didn't get no luck to go with it, though. You know, funny thing about Dallas is playing, I was getting back to that, when he was learning how to play, he played in every U.S. Open tournament, and straight pull was the game back when he was playing in his heyday. And he practiced. It took him 10 years to win that tournament. He practiced 6 hours a day for 10 years. And a lot of people don't know how much you got to give to be a top player, to be a champion.
The dedication. I know all the top players at one time or another have put in that type of practice, you know. They have just dedicated their lives to the game, and it's, you know, and it shows in their game. But, you know, everybody thinks, well, it just happens. They're just great players, but I don't see anybody. It's very similar to golf. Not too many people pick up the golf clubs or pick up a cue stick and just run, you know, 100 balls right off the bat. You don't see that.
No, what's funny about it, Joe, you know, a lot of people will say champions are born and not made. Dallas believes it's vice versa. He'll tell you a champion is made and not born.
And Dallas is trying to win this Glass City Open and take the thunder away from this young stallion, Johnny Archer. He's leading the match now, 4-2.
This is starting to get into the crucial point of the match because Dallas or Johnny, either one can run on you. And if you get behind a couple games, you hate to get behind 3 games. Once a top player gets a 3-game lead on you, he'll nurse that lead on you. He'll make you work real hard to get into the match.
Dallas has one of those breaks. He's always broke from the side like that, but in Akron at the Akron Open a few years ago, I remember he broke the balls one time, and he bends the shaft a la Mike Siegel a little bit when he breaks the balls. And lo and behold, boy, I remember he broke the ball so hard and that shaft just splintered and like 30 pieces there. And lucky, I've seen guys really tear their hands up the way he splintered that one, but fortunately he
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that? You were there.
He was playing Howard Vickery.
Howard Vickery, that's
it was
right.
Like, yeah, he crunched it, and we looked at that shaft. It was in pieces.
Yeah. I know it was funny after it happened. Everybody had a good laugh, but it unbelievable the torque that he gets on it. You know?
He's toned it down a little bit since then.
We're going to have to get him one of those shafts that Howard Vickery uses, that titanium shaft, that steel shaft. I want to see him splinter one of those.
Although he's making his own cues now, so he could probably get the shafts at a better rate.
Yeah. Doesn't have to tape them up anymore. In the meantime,
Johnny come with a tremendous shot there.
We're neglecting some of the great play that Johnny's putting on here, and he certainly has a nice chance here. He's got the 4 ball is up the table near the side there, the same side as where the 3 is, hanging near the hole, the upper right-hand corner.
I believe
And this will be difficult. He'll have to spin around or draw back and hit the 5, and that's what he was. He had an
he had a
angle.
little straighter angle on it than we thought, and he stuck right there. It was
That's a good shot.
real hard to do on that length to stick the ball just like that, because when the ball's near the pocket like that, you can hit it just about anywhere and pocket that ball. So keeping the concentration to hit it just where you want to hit in the pocket is very important in shots like that. The only trouble I see here, Joe, is the 8 ball doesn't have a pocket. He's going to have to play good position on the 8 to get out here. He's got a little tricky angle here, but I think he can snatch it up for the 6 straight up 1 rail. Came short.
Well, he came a little short here, so he can still spin this and go 2 rails for shape, but made it a little difficult on himself. It's easy to overcut this ball on these tables.
Yeah, a good way, I think, to hit this shot, Joe, because you're on the rail, is to hit it with a high ball naturally. You can't draw it here.
Right.
So you pop it a little bit with a high, and you'll get past the 8 and just past the side pocket for 2 rail position on the 7.
And just what you said there, just what we thought he'd do.
This is an interesting shot because it's a little hard to reach. I know Johnny is one of the few players that shoots good with either hand, the left or the right hand. And he's got to decide here whether to come up 1 rail behind 8 to shoot in the corner or try to go with inside English 2 rails to that point. It's hard to get the English on the ball when you're stretching like this, and it looks like he's going to use the bridge. It's even harder to reach with the left hand.
Well, what would you do here? Would you go with inside English and try and come up like 3 rails under this 8 ball in between like the 8-9, or would you just come straight up and try and get under it that way? The 8 ball doesn't look, I don't know if it'll go by the 9. It may.
I would hit it the way Johnny did.
Yeah.
He hit it with outside English, and he was able to spin around the 8. I probably would have came 1 rail straight across to the short rail and try to come back up. The way he played it, you got to make sure you get by that 8. So it was, you end up on the rail. You can't play off the rail going that way. But he gave himself a shot, and he should be able to make this shot. Just level on it, ease it into the pocket. Johnny's got a nice touch to the pocket. Johnny will hit the ball so smooth that if he touches the rail, it will still go in because he's got good speed. He's got a real touch.
That was an important game for John. He didn't want to lose touch with Dallas early in the match, and John comes within 1 game. The score now, Dallas West 4, Johnny Archer 3.
Yeah, Joe, I agree with you. That was a very big match because it would have been that 3-game swing that I was telling you about. And a 1 game down when you're breaking is nothing for players of this caliber. Johnny has failed to make a ball in the break, and he's switching sides. He's breaking from where Dallas has had success from. And I saw Mizrak breaking good also earlier. Let's see what he does here.
I know one thing he'll be doing here, and that is he hits them like a ton of bricks. Well, he hit them really well. Look how those balls are spread out, and no luck. No luck for the Irish today, huh?
Yeah, well, what's funny, Joe, is all through this tournament, I feel that Johnny Archer has had the best break. And for him to fail to make balls like 3 times in a row is unbelievable. Here we have a little bit of work in here. The 6-9 is laying close together, and you have a billiard on the 9 ball from there. Simple billiard. So the key is getting back on that 6. You gotta go from the 4 to to the 5 is difficult, and this 3 ball right now, it's a spin shot. It looks like it's laying natural. Come 2 rails for the corner by the 9.
Well, he undercut the ball just a little bit, slightly, and gives Johnny an opportunity here. If Johnny gets out, he can tie up the match. So the problem again, the 6-9, but he may be able to shoot a billiard off of the 6-9 and a possible 4-9 combination, but he'll probably try and run these balls off in order, and if anything, he'll use a slight billiard off of the 6 and make the 9 that way. And 6 may go by the 9 up there.
Johnny's going to draw his ball here. No, he forced it through, try and get the same position Dallas did.
Got a good kiss there. You know, he could have got behind that 8 easily. When you run into balls like that, he could have got behind the old 8 ball there.
Yeah, anytime you run into the ball, you're taking chances. You'll never see Buddy Hall run into a ball. He's very cautious about going around balls and running into them. And that's always a good rule of thumb. Don't run into a ball unless you have to.
Yeah, don't disturb that pattern. You are right. Buddy Hall plays that pattern, and he leaves the pattern intact. He never, very seldom, I mean, he has, I'm sure, but we've seen him do it, but it just seems like his cue ball, when I watch Buddy play, his delivery is so solid. It's just like the cue ball rolls so slowly, you don't think it's going to get there, and it's just always perfect. It just always takes that last turn to get the perfect angle, perfect side of the ball. And his stroke just is overwhelming when he gets playing right. He just stays in position, in line throughout the racks, as good as anybody ever that has played the game.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Johnny chose to stop the ball in a 5 ball, leaving himself a difficult carom on the 9. He has to breeze this 6, and he's got a long distance over there. He seems to be looking at something else, like he's going to try to pocket the 6 off the 3. Oh, great shot.
Yeah, there wasn't much room there, and he just made sure he cinched the ball. Didn't try to do too much with that. If he hit it hard, he'd probably hit the 9 ball because he couldn't keep the accuracy.
And, of course, it was the 9 ball he was trying to go off of, not the 3.
Sure, yeah.
He's got a difficult shot here. He's partially jacked up, and he's going to try to go around it, and he's forcing himself, if he does this, to put English on the ball. So he's got to aim differently. So rather than jack up, he's going to spin it a little bit. Hit it perfect. And it's tied up.
All right, we have a tie ball game, 4-4, Archer and West. Also, our match on table number 3 here, right next to Archer and Dallas, the score is Reed 7 and LeBron 5. So Jimmy Reed playing super here. Hasn't been in competition much lately, but really playing well here at the Glass City Open.
Yeah, he's one of the veterans that Cornbread Red was talking about, and he plays hard, and he's breaking the balls good, and he's going to be tough to beat for anybody. A good hard-nosed player, Joe, always knows how to keep himself in the match. They don't let guys run away from them. They'll stay in there and give themselves an opportunity to win the match. Again, Johnny fails to pocket a ball in the break.
That's unusual for as well as he's been breaking, too. It's he left no bed of roses here, though, by any means or any stretch of the imagination. The 1, the 2 ball is near the side. The 3 is on the opposite side with the 5. And the 4-9-6 is a very difficult position up there.
When you're faced with this situation, Joe, you got to make up your mind not to give the guy an easy way to go. Dallas just tied the 3 and the 5 up to make the rack that much tougher on the rollout. And you got to gear your mind to thinking that you're going to work hard for this game and try to outmaneuver a guy rather than get frustrated that you didn't get a shot and roll out for some impossible shot to try to make it.
Wow. Made a great bank, but now I think he's, looks like he's a little fuzzed out with the 8-ball there.
Yeah, this is a tricky shot, too, because it's pretty simple masse to get around it, you know, but you're going straight for the corner pocket.
He must be able to see it pretty well.
Yeah, he looks like he can see it. The 4 is what he's got to deal with here. Here again, Joe, you don't want to do anything dumb here, and this 3-ball is laying in a real tough spot to play safety. He can hit it right in the face. Looks like it might be frozen. So if he banks across corner, he figures to leave a shot. All he can do here, if he goes off the edge of the ball, he'll probably leave the 3 up in the corner. I'm going to try to learn something here, go back to school and see how Dallas plays him. He's going to go off the edge of the ball. It's really all he has. Try to leave it frozen on the rail. A little different here.
He teach you something here?
Yeah, I think I learned something.
Taught me something. That's a great shot, yeah. Super shot.
A lot of players don't know that Dallas plays excellent billiards. He's a good 3-cushion player. He's won tournaments in 3-cushion in the United States, and he beat guys like Ashby and that, and he can put that cue ball going 2 and 3 rails around the table. I don't know if he got a rail there, Joe. It's an excellent try by Archer.
I don't think he did. I think Dallas has ball in hand, yeah.
Johnny had beautiful speed on the ball. You're just trying to get the ball to the rail there.
Well, Dallas is going to try and 3-foul him. He's going to try and make him go for 3 consecutive fouls, trying to put him behind that 7 or 8 ball again, and he did get him behind the 8 ball. So Johnny will probably kick to the end rail, and he has a possibility of making the 5 down. He's shooting it easy, though.
Again, Johnny plays a smart shot. He's hitting the ball soft because you don't figure to leave a shot off it.
And he played a great shot. Now Dallas is in a position where he can't. This is like one of the hardest shots to hit here.
And again, it's very important when you're kicking speed that you have on the kick. There, if you would have hit it hard, you would have broke the balls up and probably left your opponent a shot. Johnny knew by hitting it soft that 3 and that cue ball would stay close together like that. Again, here is this is the work part, and you got to beat the guy to the shot. Very big, 4-4 is a very big rack. Dallas trying to go behind the 4 ball. On the rail, it's hard to put that English on it and get that correct hit.
Johnny, of course, yeah, he has the 4 and a 9 all tied up. I don't think Johnny will elect to even make this ball. I don't think I would. I think he'll just, he miscued. So I think that's what he was trying to do. I think he was going to shoot to the side rail and trying to go cue ball down the other end, yeah.
Again here, if you pocket the 3, it's real hard to play safety off the 4. If you can get a sure pocket on the 3, then you can play position to play off the edge of the 4, and we'll just stay where it's at and try to come down behind the 7 and 8 at the other end of the table. But since he's got no shot at the 3, he's got to play safe on the 3. And any time you can get a hook, it's very big. You got to try when you're playing safety. Not just leave the guy a long shot, but you get the bonus if you go behind the 4 in that shot. Okay, this is very tough, Joe. Let's see if he kicks behind the ball or tries to bank it. He's going for a soft hit. He got a hook.
Oh, boy. He got away with a little one there, but Dallas might be able to spin or jump this. But, again, it's do you want to make this 3? That's the big question. Do you want to make it with where the 4 is sitting? So it's one of those things that.
Yeah, again in that safety that Johnny Archer played, he didn't put the 3 on the side rail where he wanted to. There's a possibility of hitting this ball. If you don't make it, you'll come down the table and bank the 3 cross corner a little bit and play it safe.
Good shot here.
Which he did. Again, this long distance safety play is real hard to make the correct hit and get the hook. And again, the distance paid off. Johnny did not get the desired hit to hook him. So right here, he's got a good opportunity to play safe. This is like cat and mouse here, Joe. You can't give away a game like this. It's very big because the winner gets to break the balls and he's ahead 5-4. This looks like a difficult hit. I don't know if he can see the edge of that 3 that's behind the 7. If he does hit it, I don't think he'll hit it with enough force to get safe. I left him a bank, though. The 5's in front of the side pocket. It looks like it goes in the side. So really all we have here is the 4 ball and trying to make the 3. It's going to billiard the 5, it looks like. He failed to make that side again. He got lucky there. He left him jacked up. Very difficult shot.
Overcut it.
Yep.
And it's getting down now to Dallas may elect to make the 3 at this time. And then possibly shoot the 4 2 rails down to the opposite end rail.
It looks like the only way to break this out, Joe, is like with a 3 rail shot with inside English. You'd have to spin it awfully good, so the odds of getting it all the way down there are impossible.
I don't even know if he would try to break it out. I think he might elect to play the 3 and then shoot the 4 2 rails down to the opposite end and leave the cue ball up near the 9 ball.
Again, it's very big here to get that desired angle for the safety play. You have to play position on the safety just like you're playing position for to pocket the next ball.
He's looking here. He lined up to where he wants to hit. He looks like he's going to come back to where his right hand is, right past the side pocket where he's standing, and try and break those balls up. It'd be a great shot if he does. Oh, boy.
He took a little bit of a chance there.
Yeah, he did. He could have scratched or...
But Dallas is probably thinking in his head he's got to play aggressive with a guy like Archer. Very good leave there. He left Johnny where it's hard to hit off the edge of the ball because he's got to deal with the corner pocket over there. So he doesn't have off the edge of the ball to go 2 rails. This is a difficult safety, but I think Johnny should look over the billiard on the 6. There's a possibility he might be able to go thinly off the 4 and pocket the 6.
It's a risky shot, though. If he doesn't make it...
if you miss, it's over.
Yeah, if you miss it, it's a little late in the late in the game there. Yeah, he's going to play a safety. Well,
we got distance here. That 5, I believe, goes in the side pocket. You got to deal with hitting that 6 ball. If you got to run into it, then you try to play off the 6 for position. And try to miss the 6, which always complicates a shot.
Oh, boy.
A lot of times you'll see good players miss shots like that, and it's because the position is very difficult. It causes them to miss. Here, Johnny has a little bit of a hard time. It's going to be to get back on this 5. I think you just hit it with a natural roll, and watch how you cut the ball in the pocket here to get the desired bounce off the rail. Hit it very nice, very clean. It's going close to that side, to the corner.
Yeah, you should have no problem here with the 5 and just drift down for the 6. Try and make sure you give it an angle. Don't get straight on the rail. And he did that. A bounce up here. Probably just come straight out now for the...
See, here we have a little decision. You don't have to get real close to that 7 ball. It's laying close to the pocket, so you really don't have to draw around 2 rails for position or 3 rails. Just stay on top of the ball the way Johnny did, and that was smart. He looked the situation over before he got down there and shoot. A lot of time people try to get real close to the ball when they're playing position, and it jeopardizes the shot that you're trying to make if you got to pound it. Again, Johnny's starting to show the class that it's going to make him. That's made him one of the best players today.
Johnny takes the lead in the match, 5 games to 4, big game. Yeah, I was talking to Johnny the other day, and I asked him when he started playing, and Johnny had mentioned to me that he started playing when he was like 10 years old. He said he was a video arcade nut. He said he had a real problem with the video games. He said he used to do anything he could in the world to get quarters. He'd go down to the arcade and play video games, and he was just like addicted to it. And he said they had a pool table in the back room, a bar table in the video arcade, and he got to playing pretty good. And then his parents said, well, we're going to buy a table and put it at home to keep you home, and that was a mistake. He said that I just kept playing and playing and playing, and then finally, he took and kept practicing and became a champion player.
In the meantime, Johnny's break re-emerged himself. He really cranked that break shot. He made 2 balls in the break. The balls lined up kind of tough for him. All that racket, folks, is the next table over here with LeBron and Reed.
What a shot. LeBron had a thin cut on the 1, and the 9 ball's hanging so deep in the hole that he hit the point and went to the other point and didn't make the 9. And
unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. It would have been 8-8. Instead, it's 9-7, Jimmy Reed. Jimmy made the little easy combination, and unbelievable, though. The ball even moved a little and it didn't fall in.
Johnny's got a real tough situation here. What happened? He's got a long shot.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and play the 9 here a little bit. He's got a shot at it. He's looking at it, and I think he's going to shoot that 3 and kick over in that 9, try and make the 9 in the upper right-hand corner. He's going to try and bank that 3 back. He's hitting it with a little... Well, he elected to try and play safe. That surprises me there. He got lucky here. I'll tell you, he got lucky there with that shot.
Yeah, he left Dallas combination, but it's a real off angle.
It's tough.
Dallas has a lot of straight pull now. He probably hits these combinations as good as any human. So I think he's going to go for this combination. The safety, He's judging the percentages right now, the safety, and he's elected to shoot, I believe.
Elected to bank it. I'll tell you what, I think he was playing the bank one rail there. Do you think so? I don't know if he could have cut the ball, the 7 ball in front, or the 3 ball in front thin enough. I don't think he was playing at 2 rails, but I think he was playing at 1 rail as well.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It's always hard to tell the angle from where we're at.
Ball better stop. It better stop. Oh, God, he's froze up on it. And they're
Got
probably
away
going to
from
call
him.
me down again, so.
The question here is, can he throw it in? Can he cut it in? It doesn't look like it. Joe Kerr is going to go down and look over the shot. Dallas seems to be froze right against this ball. And if he goes for the shot, the position is very difficult because the nine's at the other, the nine's at the other end of the table. I think what he'll try to do is figure out some kind of, start using that billiard knowledge and try to figure out a little bit of a safety. Might be pocketing the ball here. Excellent shot. Excellent shot. What Dallas did there is he threw the ball into the pocket by using right-hand English, and the angle that he took at cutting the ball, and he was still able to draw the cue ball to get to the side rail so he can go 3 rails for position.
He put a sweet stroke on that, didn't he, Tommy?
Yeah, that knowledge comes into play, and years and years you learn a few tricks.
And Dallas ties up the score at 5 games apiece. What a match. Great match so far, huh?
Yes, it's going to be good from here on in. They're both breaking good, and I think we're going to see some fireworks now.
John, yeah. Does it look like? I think John will elect here to go 3 rails. I don't think he has room to cut this one in.
If he doesn't cut it in, he's got a big bank over there. The 6 ball's laying in front of the corner pocket, and it makes the pocket a lot bigger when you're banking over there. He'll just draw back out for the 2 ball anywhere, as long as he's not behind the 7 is fine.
The angle the only thing he's got to be careful of is a double kiss on the cue ball with it. It looks like he's got to shorten this ball up a little bit. He did, and like you said, he had the big pocket.
The thing that might hurt him here that he wasn't careful. He had to leave an angle on the 2 ball to get on the 3. Makes it a lot more difficult to run in there, follow it straight up. You have to deal with the 4 ball if you get straight in, and it looks like he got straight in over here.
Mike LeBron had a 1 ball hanging in the hole, and he scratched, and he had a kick to the side rail and kicked at it from the length of the table, and he scratched him behind. Jimmy Reed said, "You think that's easy to do?" And Jimmy has ball in hand, and it's 9-8, Jimmy Reed.
Yeah, that really looked impossible.
I mean, the ball's sitting square right in the middle of the jaws, out about 1.5 inches from the center of the ball. Boy, John made a great shot. Didn't he force that ball down to the end rail?
John had virtually no angle. He cheated the pocket just a hair and hit it so precise that he was able to squirt the cue ball over for position on the 3. You have to be very accurate to perform a shot like that, because these are tight pockets. You don't have much room to maneuver that ball in the pocket. And there you have it. Again, Dallas failed to pocket a ball in the break, which could be real bad right here, because Johnny's found the break the last rack, and He's going to try to run on you, and you can't let him do that.
Dallas is hitting the balls, though, real solid. I mean, it's just kind of bad luck that he's not making balls, because he's hitting them real. He's really crushing those balls. Now, John has got the wrong angle on this ball. He's a little dismayed here. I know he's...
Yeah, what's tough here, he was trying to get straight so he can just draw it right back for the 8
He's got to
in the
stretch
corner
out.
pocket. The 8 doesn't go by the 9. And the angle that he has, it's very difficult to pound it into the pocket and draw back and go one rail for the position on 8 in that pocket. So he'll probably try to follow it with a little bit of right-hand English and create that angle and go 2 rails for the 8 ball. He's going to try to draw it and pound it in. Maybe he has room on that 8.
Yeah, he must have a little room. I know it's tight. He really looked it over, and it's got to be real close. If he makes it, he's got perfect position. The whole thing is he's got to just cheat it and play to the right side of the pocket. It's got to be real delicate here.
Good
Perfect.
shot. That's a little bit of a break there. That he wasn't looking that shot over, but he was smart enough to change his train of thought and not stick to just one way to get on the ball. He looked the situation over, and then he realized that the 8 goes by the 9. When you're playing position, you can't just be regimented into just one way of doing it. If you get out of line, you got to reach in there and go a different way for position.
In the meantime, John Archer takes the lead in the match once again. 6-5 over Dallas West.
Jenny's breaking from the right end of the table.
Boy. Hit him good, made a ball, and kept that cue ball in the center of the table. He's got to draw back here from the 1 to the 2. Got the long draw. I don't know if he can go forward here if he has enough angle. I think he's going to try and draw this, but he's chalking up real well, so he's going to... Nope, he's going forward, it looks like. Yeah,
he's going to follow it
forward. He's going to force follow there. He hit it great, too, didn't he? Look at this shot. Just smooth and get the whole length of the table, and he got straight and a little straighter than he liked. His players like a little angle on the ball. He got a little straight. The sin with pool, with 9-ball especially, is keep those angles. Don't get straight in. Sometimes, I know Buddy Hall one time told me, he says, I'm just playing too good. He says, I'm getting straight in on everything. He says, I can't get the angle I need. He's hitting everything perfect.
Yeah, if you get straight in, Joe, you're limited. You can only go forward and you can only draw back. If you have an angle, you're much more freer to use the rails and use English and go many different ways for position. There, Johnny drew it back with right-hand English and spun out for the 3-ball. You can tell Johnny's confidence level is picking up. He got the lead, and he broke the balls much better. Whenever you're breaking the balls good, you seem to play a lot better also. They go hand in hand.
In the meantime, Mike LeBron, don't count him out. 10-9 now, Reed over LeBron. Right next door to Johnny Archer and Dallas West. So, tight match going on there. Two great tight matches.
Johnny just run into a ball there when he was playing position, and he got behind it. Again, what we went back to where we said you shouldn't run into a ball. You try to stay away from him, and he paid the price for not doing so.
I think Johnny's going to get out his jumping Johnny cue. He's got a cue, and that's it. It's his break cue, and it breaks down. He'll unscrew this. I don't know if you can see it on camera. He's unscrewing the cue. It breaks down from the butt down, and now he has a shorter version of his break cue, and he's going to try and jump the 9-ball, make the 4, and draw back for that 6-ball. The 6-ball is on the 6-ball is on the opposite side of the table. This will be a great shot.
Oh. You heard the audience. You heard me too. He hit that ball pretty good and bobbled the pocket. Whenever you're jumping with that jump cue, I think it diminishes your accuracy a lot, and you have to really practice a lot with it to get good at it.
Smooth. Did you see how smooth he hit that bank? You know, a lot of players, the heat's on them, and they rush that bank and shorten it up and hit it short. Dallas just took his time. He let his stroke do the work and hit it so smooth, so pretty. His stroke is just beautiful.
Dallas, when he's playing pool, he concentrates when he's playing a game on very simple things. He doesn't concentrate on his stroke. He only thinks about is staying smooth on the stroke. And when you're under pressure, you know, a lot of times you'll tend to tighten up. So it's, you know, it's a real good habit to get into, you know, to have that nice light touch on the cue stick. Rat-a-tat-tat.
There we go, and no surprise, Dallas West ties up the score once again with Johnny Archer at 6 games apiece.
And here we're at the point of the match, Joe, where you simply must put a rack on your opponent. You must break and run out. Well, whenever you win a game, when it's 6-6, 5-5, you got to get to the table if you're going to beat the guy and put another rack on him. So making the ball on the break is the quickest way to put that rack on the guy. Again, he hit him hard and nothing went in.
I'll tell you, he's hit him hard like 3 or 4 times in a session and just has not made a ball. It's just bad luck, that's all it is. He's, you know, hit him solid. Johnny's pushing out. What do you do here?
Again, here, you're looking at that 2-4. You don't know if that 2-4 goes in, and you got to try to play safe. Try to stick him behind the 6, I believe he's going to do. He might have made the ball.
He came close.
Which you don't want to do in that spot. Again, that was a failure to plan on Johnny's part. A little bit on the maneuvering is where he can improve his game right now. He's got all the other tools. Long shot. You got to drop back and try to break up that 2 ball.
Jimmy Reed on the table.
Beautiful
next to
shot.
Here. He made a great shot there. Jimmy Reed, the score is 10-9, and Jimmy missed an 8 in his side that would enable him to win. And Mike has a real tough shot from the corner to the side, banking the ball or shoot. Oh, what a great shot he made.
Beautiful
Cut the
shot,
ball
Michael.
down. He's getting a nice hand for that shot. And this would make it 10-10. If Mike can make this 9 ball, we'll have a 10-10 game with Reed and LeBron here, too. And he made it. Beautiful shot.
Mike LeBron.
Yep, it's 10-10 with LeBron and Reed. In the meantime, back to our feature match.
Johnny curved around the ball, made the 2 ball, but he's partially hooked on the 3 ball. He can hit the edge. He's got to try to hit the edge of it and go down behind the 9 ball, I believe. The key there is getting behind the 9. He concentrated, I believe, too much on where the 3 ball was going and not enough on the cue ball. In situations like that, you got to go with the cue ball, because if you get behind the 9, it doesn't matter where the 3 is. He opened up. He opened up. Little shaky, but that 3 ball went in. Dallas has another long shot, but he's got to stick the cue ball, and what'll predicate on his stroke is just stay smooth on it. Went in very nicely.
Is it smooth enough? Oh, boy. I just love to watch Dallas play, because his stroke, the delivery is just when he strokes through it, that final stroke is just so clean.
Yeah, when he hits the long, difficult shots, it remains the same. The stroke is still smooth when he's playing well, and it really looks effortless the way he plays. He really took off there. Mental error.
Scratch here. Oh, well, that's better than scratching.
Yeah, it's definitely better than scratching.
But still, he's got a tough way. He is in the jaws of the pocket. He can't see. Has half a ball hooked with a 9 ball to hit the 7, and the 8 is close to frozen on the center rail there at the top. So he's in a lot of trouble here, and he's looking up the table now.
Yeah, if he goes for the 7, he's going to have to jump over the edge and, hit the edge of the 7, try to bank across side possibly. That shot, he'd like to be able to jump over it, because if he did, he would he'd have a chance of making the ball, where if he banks at one rail, he's in trouble.
We're going to have Dallas is waiting here a minute, because it's 10-10 next to him. And Mike LeBron broke, and he's running out and shooting a 9 in at this time. And Mike LeBron over Jimmy Reed.
Dallas is kicking 3 rails, it looks like. Dallas made an excellent hit on that 7 ball there, but it was unfortunate where he scratched one rail after hitting the ball. Again, you work real hard to get the shot, and got careless and drew the ball and hooked himself. You gotta always be aware of the situation, and you got to keep that draw under control. Whenever you got a long draw like that, you have a tendency to overdo it sometimes.
And Johnny Archer takes the lead in the seesaw battle, 7-6 over Dallas West.
Yeah, this is definitely a workout here, Joe.
Yeah, but this is when it gets the best. We had a great match here with Reed and LeBron, and we've got a tremendous match with Johnny and Dallas too. It's just great pool, and this jam-packed crowd here is really enjoying it. We got over 650 people in this room, and they're all buzzing. Courteous crowd and a well-educated crowd. I know Larry Kahan, the promoter here, is very happy with the turnout for the last 5 days of this event.
Johnny Archer broke the balls nice and hung up the 9 ball on the break and almost went in the side pocket. He has no shot at the 1, so he's going to roll out and pocket the 9 at the same time, thus not leaving an easy opportunity for Dallas to end the game with a billiard shot in the 9 or anything like that.
He's going to make him earn it the hard way.
Here we got a tough shot. You got to shoot in the corner pocket and float up there for the 2 ball, like 2 rails across the table.
But he left him the picture window there. He can right between the 4 and the 9. The 9 is right on the spot, and the 4 is the ball right next to the 1. And John can possibly cut this ball up the rail, or he could possibly make it in the side, but he's looking at the side.
Yeah, well, I can't tell. He might be able to bank this ball cross side, and the position is very difficult if you go that way. He's looking at the cut shot, Joe, all the way in the corner, and I think he's going to go for it and go cross table. What you can do is you can possibly get safe off of it should you miss it. Oh, he went for that tough side pocket and didn't go in.
And now Dallas, he's tough too, because he's going to try and shoot this in the side and run into the 9. And just those side pockets, you got to be real careful, real gentle. A little short.
Yeah, the side pockets come into play a lot in this match, and nobody seemed to master it yet. Hey, here we go, Joe. We were coming with one ball. It froze him at 8. Absolutely perfect.
Well, I can't, you know, you hate to say somebody deserves something, but when you miss a ball like that, it makes it, you put it upon yourself, you know. Tough situation, but Johnny's just doing his job. If he can't get out, he's going to hook him as tight as he can.
Yeah,
oh,
I agree with you, Joe. There comes a point in the match where you're not going to win if you don't get out. There comes a point where you must get out, and these games right here are very important to that effect. You have to get out.
And the 3 ball is, the 2, of course, is up in the upper left-hand corner. The 3 is on the left side of the table next to the side pocket. And the 4 is on the opposite side of the table next to the 5.
Yeah, I think he'll try to come above it, Joe. This way he can go 1 rail for position on the 4 ball. He might go 2 rails in behind it, but he's going to try to get on top of the 3 ball.
Yeah, good call. This is exactly right. And now he can simply pocket the 3 and float the ball over between the 9 and the 8 ball and have position on the 4.
Yeah, again here, Joe, these are shots that 9-ball players are real good at, controlling to the center of the table. It comes up very often, and you get a good feel for that coming to the center of the table or back to the side rail. Johnny came to the center of the table, thus leaving an angle where he can come out a little bit the same way for the 5. Again here, you have to keep your angles to come over for the 7. And in this shot, he chose to just float it over rather than go to the rail, 1 rail for the 7.
He has the perfect angle on it, though, so he's in great shape. He got a little straighter than he'd like here, but just simply follow it forward and then shoot the 8 in the side, and depending on the angle it gets, he'll probably shoot the 9 ball in the upper corner where he's walking around out of the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, he has a little bit of an angle here to get to the side rail in the front of the side pocket, and he'll just pop out to the center table and shoot the 9 in the corner.
Yep.
A little weak there, but he's going to have to put a little draw on it to get past the side pocket, complicate the shot a little bit, but not too bad.
And he rifles it in. And his score is Archer 8, Dallas West 6.
And again here, Joe, we're to that point in the match where Dallas had to make that 1 ball. He's opened the door for Johnny Archer right now by missing that 1, and Johnny's going to try to widen the gap with that powerful break of his.
Doesn't take much, just a little mistake in a tight match. 1 little missed shot or 1 kick, and sometimes that's the difference between winning or losing. That's the part of the game that has just always amazed me, that, you know, when Nick had that great year last year, and when Mike Siegel was winning all those tournaments, and he's still winning tournaments, but he looked like he was just invincible. But in actuality, if you looked at some of the tapes or you looked at the play, it's maybe only 2 or 3 shots a session, you know, and he could have lost a lot of those matches that were 11-9 or 11-8, you know, and tremendous amount of difference.
Yeah, when a player is winning tournaments, he's winning those close matches consistently. If you look at the ratios of those 11-10, 11-9 matches, he wins about 80-90% of those if he's dominating the tournament scene. because there's so many good players. You have to win the close ones. Dallas missed the 3 ball there. Johnny might have room to make the 3 down in the corner pocket by the 9. If he doesn't, he has an excellent opportunity to play safe and hook him behind the 9. If Johnny has a shot, he'll shoot at it. You have to charge a guy for a miss like that if you have a shot. Corner.
He hit it wide. That's surprising. A couple of misses here, the nerves in each, but I'll tell you, he looks like he left Dallas tough. The 6 has got Dallas.
Yeah, Johnny was thinking there. He's going to leave the cue ball up near the bottom rail over here, and when you're shooting that shot, a lot of times you're going to leave the guy real tough should you miss it, and that's why you play position that way also, and watch your speed when you're trying to pocket a ball. He let up on the speed a little bit to pocket the 3, and that's probably one of the reasons why he missed the ball. But it's better percentages that way because you could get it safe. Dallas is going to look at the 1 rail kick here, and he's got to decide whether to try to go for the 3 ball and what kind of speed to use. I think what he'll do here, because of the nature of the shot, is hit it hard, because he's got to get it back to this other end of the table and get behind a ball for safety. And that's exactly what he did. Beautiful shot.
He hit a great shot there. I mean, it, and you called it. Good call, Tommy. Well, you know this man's game pretty well. I mean, you've watched him play for years, close up. You've played him, I know, over and over, as you mentioned, in practice, and seen him in competition. Dallas, one thing I noticed through Dallas matches, he sits down and then it's like he goes into a trance. He sits there, and I think he reviews in his mind what it takes to play, to play right. He knows he's missed a couple balls here in the last couple games, but he's such a great player that I think he'll come out of that. He'll just play well. He knows it can happen. And a lot of the weaker players on the tour, I notice when they miss, it becomes a
habit.
A habit. And a lot of the amateurs out there, it's one of the big things they have. They'll be playing good, and all of a sudden your opponent says to you, gosh, that's the first ball you missed, or that, and all of a sudden now you start thinking about that and you never make another ball.
Yeah, I've done it myself a few times.
And the professionals, one thing they can miss, you've seen Jack Nicklaus miss a 2-foot putt too, but they're not going to miss him hole after hole. They got enough discipline built into their games to snap back from it and put themselves right back in gear and play well again.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing you can do after you missed a shot, to shoot that shot over. So what you got to do is keep your composure, realizing that you still got a chance to win. And if you miss another shot, it's just another error that could cost you 2 or 3 more games. And you really got to have good discipline to be able to come back up there. And I think a good discipline teacher is straight pull, because every shot is crucial there, and it might be your last shot. So you got to really fight for every ball, and Dallas brings it out in his 9-ball game also.
That was a good shot too, and he gets rewarded here, but he does. He has an alley there to make that 4. The 4 is up on the upper left-hand portion of the table at the top rail, and the 5, of course, right near the spot. I think he's going to
try to run into the 6 here, Joe, this time.
Oh boy, he missed that one. He missed that one, and that's a critical miss there. That's a critical miss there.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a two-way shot where you have your speed on. If you run into the 6, the cue ball will stay there for the 5.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't, you come back up the table. But he missed the ball, and he opened the door wide open over here.
I think where there's a lot of similarities between golf and pocket billiards is the mental side of the game, and like taking that, what we talked about earlier about missing a ball and snapping back from it. I remember years ago when I was going to college at Akron U, and I was in the summer I caddied at the Firestone Golf Classic at that time in Akron, Ohio, and I caddied for Tony Lima, and great player, and he had hit a shot and he hit it bad, and then he mentioned something that Ben Hogan had said before, and he relayed it to me. He says it's just one shot, and he says that's all it is. And he had mentioned that the great Ben Hogan said that it only takes one good shot on a hole to make a par. So his theory is you could top a drive, 30 yards down the fairway, but then you could also hit, instead of you're out there 280 yards and hitting a 7-iron, you could also hit a 3-wood, knock it up, 3 feet from the hole and make a birdie too. So never give up, You can always make it up. You can always do well. You can miss 3 or 4 balls, and the next time he gets up there, he could run out and run out the session.
Johnny's
that was a critical miss that last one. It really puts Johnny in good position here. Johnny moves well ahead in the match now, 9-6. Archer over West, and Johnny looking to win that next game and get right on the hill. That's the main thing now. He wants to take it one game at a time and get right up on the hill and get in position to win this match and be in the finals. This is for the finals.
It's just so big that when you have an opportunity to win a game, to capitalize on it, because if you don't, it's a 2-game swing. We're looking at 9-6 instead of 8-7. And anytime you give away a game and you're past the middle point of the session, it's almost impossible to overcome. The champion players really get tough at crunch time. Near the end of the session, you gotta, not make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you're gonna lose.
Yep. Dallas knows now he has to play perfect pull to win this session. From here on out, I'm sorry, but Dallas cannot afford to make any mistakes. Johnny's just too good of a player, and he's there for the kill. So Dallas knows it too. Dallas knows what he has to do.
Yeah, it's absolutely crucial here. You're right, Joe. At 9-6, no mistakes, because Johnny's going to win a game in through there. You got to win 5. Even if you play perfect, he figures to win another game. So, you might beat him on the hill from here if you play flawless.
Needs this run out. This is crucial. 4 on the side. He's got room to make the 5 in the corner, but he's looking. It's close, but 5 is just a little bit in front. He's got to get a real good angle on this ball. He's going to probably go over towards the rail. He wants to get over on this, he didn't get quite over as far as he wanted to. I would have tried to
get where he wanted to there.
But he'll pull out of this with his draw stroke. Yep. He's smooth, isn't he, with that? Cinched the ball and pulled it back.
He's got a long distance here in the 6, and it's hard to hold it up for the 7. A very difficult stroke. It's a little bit of a let-up shot there, and I missed it. It's funny, Joe, but it seems like his last match, Dallas played perfect against Jimmy Reed, and a lot of times it's hard to keep putting it together like that. After you had a tremendous session like that, you tend to start thinking you're playing real good, and you forget to. You got to have that fear, to make you play good every session. You got to keep it going. A lot of times after you play real good, it's hard to come back with a real good game. Johnny was a little weak here on the 8-ball. I think he's Johnny right now is to the point where he's starting to feel he can win this tournament. He's definitely in the driver's seat, and he might get a little jittery here at the end, but he's built up a lead where it's going to be hard to overcome.
Johnny, he's got a little itch in the center of his back. He's having a hard time reaching it.
He's got long arms, though.
Yeah, he sure does. He's long and narrow. Yeah, we're at opposite ends of the scale. I know that, but
He's going to go 4 rails for position around the table. He hits this shot real well.
sure did.
Again, this shot, if the 9 ball's frozen,
Yeah, it is froze. The 9 ball is definitely froze to the rail.
you got to be careful of floating up for that corner pocket, you know, and you can't really draw it. He doesn't have a good angle on the rail. So he's just got to, like, flatten out, come close to that corner pocket, and don't hit it hard enough to go twice cross corner where you could possibly scratch.
I hit a
Very good shot.
soft touch. And Johnny puts himself in control and goes ahead in the match 10 games to 6 over Dallas West.
Johnny broke him good there, made a ball on the break, spread him open, but he's got a real tough shot on the 1. It looks like he has to play safe. He might have just enough room to bank this ball straight back. In case he does, I think Johnny's going to play aggressive and go for it. And safe at the same time.
Johnny's looking for that ball in hand, the player's dream.
I think at this point in the match, Joe, for Dallas to win, he's going to have to get a couple lucky breaks here because, he's kicking at the ball here. He needs to get safety.
Here comes one. Here comes one. Oh, he just short. Oh, boy. Ask and thou shalt receive almost, huh, Tommy?
Yeah, he comes. Johnny's got a tough shot here. He's got I believe he's going to have to bank this cross corner and draw it back. He's got to be careful he doesn't draw on the side. Really, all he has to do is stay anywhere out there, and he's got a billiard on the 9. So he might think about this shot a little bit. I think he can get that angle past the side pocket, though.
Dallas as your mentor, is it tough for you to sit here and watch Dallas when it's not going as well as it could be for him? And is it tough for you?
Yeah, Joe, you're emotionally involved a little bit, but, the loser here again is not in a real bad spot because it's a single elimination final, race to 13. And, if Dallas wins his next match, he'll play 1 session for the whole thing, race to 13. So it's not horrible yet. And for that reason, I couldn't do the commentary in the final. Should have go down to that and be too tough, too much pressure on me.
Well, I know you're hoping that Dallas comes back in the finals. It could be these very same 2 players in the finals. The loser of this match, whether it be Johnny or Dallas, as Johnny hasn't won yet. Let's not count out Dallas too soon here. But Dallas would then play Mike LeBron.
LeBron is playing super.
If he beats LeBron, he would then face Johnny right back in the finals. 1 race to 13.
Yeah, and like Dallas is doing this session, his first bad session Dallas is playing, Mike LeBron is coming on real hot. He made all the critical shots, won many close sessions right in a row out of that loser's bracket. And I think right now Mike LeBron has all the momentum. He's going to be one tough hombre to beat. Here is, you got to swing this short a little bit. Dallas got him a little bit of a break there. He knocked a 9 in.
He's asking if that was a good hit.
Here the balls are wide open. The only thing Johnny's got to do here is make sure he gets on the 3 ball where he wants to. After that, it's routine. If he gets out here, that means we got Johnny in the finals versus LeBron or Dallas West again. Joe, is this going to be the first time that Johnny's made it to the finals of a major tournament?
I think so. On the winner's side too. You know, he wants to win this, and he told me, he said, I get there and I get so nervous. He's not nervous. He says, I want to do it so bad. He says that I overamp. He said, you know, and what he means is he just over-tries, over-kills, and he knows he can do it because he has
beaten everybody.
He's beaten everybody now. I mean, you know, and he knows he can win a tournament, but that first one is the hardest one. And for a lot of players, the second one's even tougher. But I think if Johnny wins one, he's so young and strong, and you know he's going to do nothing but
improve. Yeah, it wouldn't be his last.
He hasn't even reached his full potential. I mean, you can just see so much more potential in this young man. You know, he's just 20 years old, and what a promising future he has. Matter of fact, I was interviewed in the MPBA executive office in Akron, Ohio the other day, and they asked me, news cameras were there, and they asked who were the top players for the 90s, and I put him as #1 for 1990, and Johnny proves that he can play, winning the match against Dallas West 11 games to 6. And we're going to have an interview with Johnny immediately following this. What do you think, Tommy, about the match? Boy, it was close. They were trading games. It was 6-6. You know, they got to 6-6. Tremendous match.
The key to this match, Joe, was simply errors. You know, Dallas missed some balls that they shouldn't have missed in key spots. You know, there's just certain games that you simply have to get out, and he didn't do that. Johnny, though, he may put it in that gear. Whenever Dallas gave him something, he took advantage of it.
Okay, we're just waiting. Johnny's signing a few autographs here, and he's on his way over right now, and we'll get Johnny up here and give a few of his thoughts and ideas, and ask him what he's going to be feeling in this championship match coming up. Tell you what a crowd we have here. It's unbelievable. Each year, Larry Kahan has had this event. It started off in his billiard room, IQ Billiards here in Toledo, and Larry and his son Steve have really done a great job. Every year they keep improving the tournament and the
facilities. We're getting quite a crowd over here, and it's really a nicely run tournament. It feels very professional.
Well, I think, you know, with the opening ceremonies, the banquet out near the atrium concourse right next to the pool with all the white tablecloths, and the sumptuous buffet with the ham and the roast beef carved off for you, and all the great food, and all the players and their wives and girlfriends there.
That's a nice way to start off.
A lot of the tournaments don't have all the luxuries that this one has, and be in a venue such as the Sheraton Westgate here, it's a real pleasure, I know, for the players and the fans to come out and be in comfort here and watch this great tournament. And we've had some tremendous matches here. The loser side loaded up with a lot of the top players. It seemed like they were going over to that loser side left and right, and they've been fighting it out. So we've had great matches, you know, just one after another on that one loss side, you know, with it. So
yeah, it's really been a great tournament with an excellent play.
Okay, I think we got we're getting Johnny Archer up here right now. Johnny, congratulations. Very good. Great shooting. You really played great. What do you think? This is the first time you've been in the championship match in a major tournament. On the winner's side, you went through also. And what are your feelings? I know we've talked about this throughout the week. And how do you feel after this win over Dallas? It was tight, 6-6, kept seesawing all the way up to 6-6, and then all of a sudden you broke loose. What are your feelings? You get to play tonight in the final match against either Dallas or Mike LeBron, whoever finishes or whoever wins their upcoming semifinal match.
Well, I'm going to be nervous, but I'm not going to be nervous as I would have been earlier last year or something, because I'm getting used to it, and it's going to be tough. But I feel like I'm going to play real good.
You've really improved every time we see you play. I mean, I know you've beaten a lot of the top players over the past 2 years, and you're due. We know you're going to win one in the 1990s, and I know you'd love to make this one your first win. What do you think the keys will be to your victory tonight if you go on and win the Glass City Open?
I have to break real good in the match to win, and I got to not think about getting nervous. But if I win, I feel like I'm going to go on. It'll be a lot easier next time.
Well, good luck and congratulations again, and we'll see you tonight at 8:30. Okay, Johnny. Okay, what a great match. It was a pleasure working with you again, Tommy, and enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and
Joe,
also, I know that you're a tremendous talent at all these events, and I know there was a young man that beat you earlier in this tournament by the name of Johnny Archer, and had he not done that, could have been you out here just as easily. You're a great player yourself.
Thanks a lot, Joe. And I'm clocking Archer pretty good over there. Don't worry. I know he's going to be around for the next 10 years or 20 or 30, so I'm going to have to deal with that. So we'll keep a clock on him.
Great working with you, Tommy, again. And also for you fans, don't forget, if you're interested in one of these great videotapes, just call this toll-free number, 1-800-228-0397, and you'll reach the ACCUSTAT video office, and you can get yourself a statistical sheet, and you'll get yourself also a sheet that has all the matches from the past 3 or 4 years on it, and it's a great way to review and have a good time in your own home. So thanks again. We'll see you in our next event here at the Glass City Open in Toledo, Ohio.